Hey all, John aka Whisky and Sound, and I'm back with another episode of Boilermaker Mondays. Now, I'm going to be revisiting a bottle which I've had open for a fair bit now, and it's one that we reviewed when we had Crafty or Craig Field on the Banter Over Whisky podcast, and that was in amongst Rage was one of his bottlings, Blue 01, which we'll be going through today, or we'll be pairing back with something today. So this one was a independent bottling that he'd done back in 2020, and it was one that the spirit had come from Riverbourne Distillery in New South Wales, and it was French oak red wine cask, which was a 100 litre barrel, if I'm not mistaken, and it was seasoned with sherry as well. So 2.5 years of age, and it is 54.6%. So, I'm going to go down the path of a complimentary, savoury kind of feel. So, reason being is because this is actually quite a bit of a meaty and fruity whiskey as well. So, now what we're going to look at pairing it back with is one that's thankfully, who was it? Mr. Craft Bearded Jake. So, if you've seen Jake around the southeastern suburb traps of BWS or Dan Murphy's, wherever he's around. Generally, you will find him around the Mornington area. I think he's now at Sands Hotel, which is towards Carrum, if I'm not mistaken. We were talking about Dainton Brewery's latest one that they've come out with, which is Burnout, a black IPA. So, I don't know a great deal about this. This is purely going off Jake's recommendation, which he's seems to be enjoying as of recent. So, I'm going to give this a crack, and I thought, you know what, this one's supposed to have like some relatively savoury notes to it. So let's see how we go with this. Alright. Ooh, we're not going to make that same mistake with my poor bloody desk. Wow. The pour on that. Not bad, not bad. Alright, sweet as. So we'll let that dust settle a bit. Oh, okay. All right. It's got some very hoppy, resinous notes to it. Bit of syrupy, like sweetness to it as well. That might actually work well with this particular whiskey. So got a couple layers going through it. So let's just get the ball rolling and pour this bad boy out. So going back to the Banter Over Whisky episode, it was, I'm just trying to think how far back that's gone now. What year we're in? It's probably been the start of this year, I'd say. So it's been early in the year, and it's been over, okay, so we've knocked out about 2/3 of it. So, I'm a big fan of revisiting after a period of time once it's had a fair bit of air in the bottle, and discovering the change. Oh, yeah, and this has done some change work. It's actually mellowed out a lot more, and I think this glass also helps with it too. So it's probably the perfect glass to be using with this. If you got one of the Highwayman whiskey glasses, get your hands on. Even also a trusty Denver and Lally, that'd be a good one. Something that's got a little bit more room to open up with and then funnel it back in, definitely worth it. Oh, this has so much going on with it now. Lots of like that earthiness is there, but there's just heaps of lovely sweet stewed fruits that are coming through on this one. So I get lots of red, you know what, lots of currants or dates, prunes, something along those lines that have been stewed and just luscious with syrup drizzled all over it. Heaps of spice coming through as well from the French oak, so I get lots of black pepper notes, touch of clove, bit of nutmeg. And this, the more you start getting your nose stuck into this, there's like some of that, I won't say umami note that comes through, but there's definitely an earthiness about it. Oh, keep going in there and get notes of brisket. It's Yeah, I love it. It's sweet and savoury, this particular whiskey. It really is a ripper. And it's 54% as well. It doesn't come in too hot at all, which is good. So, right, I've nosed this one enough as it is. So let's go. I want to go, and if you can hear the little one in the background, my wife is attending to her now. Just woke up from an hour and a half sleep, so lucky her. Should be in a bit more of a better mood now. Right, so let's go whiskey wash, and then we'll do a beer rinse and see how we go with this one. Oh, hang on. There's a medicinal note that just popped up out of nowhere too. Oh, okay, yeah, right. I won't say it's quite dead old, but it's knocking on dead old's door. That's definitely a note that's coming through on this one. It's definitely got quite a few layers to it. So if you're lucky enough to still have a bottle of these, get onto this one. All right. Hmm. Drawing across the mid palate, and there are those savoury notes. Oh, funky sherry. Um, oh, it's got a lovely finish on it. Chocolate notes are coming through as well. Cinnamon carries its way through. Yeah, those red fruits are definitely there as well, like loads of currants. Mm. Raspberries. Yeah, really nice. Lovely touch of like oak spice. Really good. All right. Now, I'll recoat the palate again, and then we'll do a beer rinse. I'm sorry, I'm getting too distracted by the whiskey. It's actually been, oh, I haven't had a drink in the last couple of days. So, I mean, which for me, everyone knows that I usually drink on the daily. Not a massive amount, but I have like a drink here and a drink there. But oh, pine needles, bloody hell! You're coming out with all sorts. This is a really nice whiskey. I'm really, really enjoying this one. Mm. Ooh, ooh, complimentary. Very good, very good. That went in the direction that I wanted it to. That just molded some chocolate, and yeah, that molded the chocolate resin into the whiskey, and just lovely as well. Nothing overpowering. It literally just wove its way into the palate of the whiskey. That's really nice. Nothing over the top. And surprisingly enough, because this beer is 6.5% as well, so she's a bit more than your usual daily hitters, but nothing greatly over the top either. Would I make a session of it? No. But would I definitely have this on either end of a work day or on like leading into the weekend? Hell yeah. Right, so let's do beer wash and then whiskey rinse and see what way that works. And I'm tipping this is going to have a shit ton of layers happening with this. So let's see what we've got between Dainton and Crafty. Literally can't take me anywhere anymore. Oh, I feel the same way, Celine. Wow. Yeah, that took it. Oh man, that done some fun stuff with that one. That's really nice. That worked probably a bit better than I expected. So that took it on. Shit, I'm gonna go through that again. All right, because right, how I'm trying to translate it is it took it initially from a savory finish to then just opening up to a massive sweet finish, and just yeah. Let me capture it again. Oh yeah. Yeah, initial hit is savoury, and then it just goes super sweet. Really, really nice pairing. Yeah. Heaps of layers to break down in this particular Boilermaker, so I'm actually quite a fan of this one. So kudos to Jake for recommending the Dainton. Solid beer, really nice. And if you've got your hands on one of these bottles, get that beer and give this one a shot. Yeah, really, really happy with this pairing. So good. And it's definitely one that you can sit down, take your time with. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to fill up that glass just a little bit more so I can enjoy the rest of that, of what's left from the can. So on that note, I'm going to leave you to it, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Monday night. And stay tuned. I hear that there's going to be a Boilermaker masterclass happening very shortly. So stay very tuned. Stay subscribed, and you'll see the dates and everything else come up about this masterclass. So, yeah, please stay tuned, and I'll catch you on the next episode.